folks, I'm Ian Baker, and today we're going to talk about the 2020 Coleman Lantern 263BH. This is an awesome bunk model setup. You get the big super slide with the dinette and the sofa, which really helps open up the main living space, gives you excellent seating, and in the back corner we have double over double bunks with the campside bathroom. And the big advantage of that, of course, is we have a second entrance directly into that bathroom. Let's start off though on the kitchen. So what you'll notice about the Coleman kitchen, beautiful countertops. It kind of has the like an appearance of being a solid surface. While it's not a true solid surface, it is a seamless countertop, which is great because that way you don't have any T-mold or anything popping off. It also allows you to undermount the sink, as you can see, and the sink is, in my opinion, in the right orientation with the larger bowl on the left, smaller on the right, making it easy to wash and rinse dishes. And then you have the high-rise faucet there, helping to aid in washing those dishes as well. On the back wall, you will see that they actually have gone to a panel for the 2020. So this is a lot easier to clean than just a wall board. And if you need to ever take it down, replace it, it's nice and easy to do that as well. You will also see two electrical outlets on the wall as well as a USB port, so you can plug in a whole assortment of things. And I like when the electrical outlets are actually in the wall of an RV rather than under the cabinets, because if you have a coffee maker or something sitting here, you can hide that cord much easier. Over to this side is the 3-burner cooktop. It is recessed with a glass cover. You'll see that folds up just like so. Oven right underneath. This one does have the light up knobs if you like that look. You can see the oven right underneath there. 3 drawers right in the center. Full extension ball bearing drawers. The bottom 2 are a little bit deeper here than the top one. And then underneath the sink, you will also notice that you have a big storage area there. So if you have a trash can that you want to put in there, there is plenty of room for it. More storage up top, as well as the microwave and a hood with both your light and a fan. Moving back a little ways is the Norcold fridge freezer. This one does run off both gas and electric. And then you'll see next to that the large pantry. So plenty of pantry space here. The cool thing about this is it is pretty versatile. If you want to use it for kids' clothes instead of food, you can do that as well. You'll see that this one here is separated. So if you want to throw like even some towels or something in there for like a linen closet, you can do that as well. So it is a very versatile storage space there. You will also notice the thermostat mounted right outside the bathroom. That controls both your ducted AC as well as your ducted heat. Now back in the corner is the bathroom. As we take a step back here, I'll take a seat on the toilet just to kind of show you the size you have. So it is a foot flush lever toilet. I'm 6 foot. As you can see, I have plenty of space for my knees as well as my shoulders. No issues. The secondary door is great because that way if someone needs to come in, use the bathroom, they can do that without bringing dirt, sand, and everything through the entire camper. Just come in, do the business, and head right back out. You'll see your sink top and vanity over to the side, plumbing access underneath that, electrical outlet there. Right up top is the mirrored medicine cabinet, vent up on the ceiling, and then in this side is the tub shower. So again, I'll step in here. As I mentioned, I'm 6 foot. As you can see, I'm right about at the top. So if you're much taller, you're 6'1", 6'2", you probably have to bend down just a little bit. If you're any shorter, you should be just fine. Hand wand there to make showering easier, and because it is a tub, you can obviously still give the kids a bath. Plus that tub has a higher threshold, a higher wall, so that way the curtain will actually stay inside the tub and not put water all over the floor. When we make our way back out, you will see the 2 rear corner bunks, Teddy Bear Bunk Series, so they're nice and soft there. 300-pound weight capacity for both bunks. You have LED lights on both bunks as well as USB ports in both bunks. So that way if it's a rainy day and the kids want to sit here and play on their tablet or their phone or whatever, you have the space where they can plug it in, and it kind of gives them their own little space, helping to free up some of the rest of the living space here in the camper. You will also see a built-in ladder, which I know it seems very minor, but a lot of manufacturers don't put it in just to save a couple dollars. And realistically, folks, it is a big deal to have because generally it's the smaller kids that want to sleep up on the top bunk. And they normally can't step here and jump up. They just aren't big enough to do so. This gives them the capability so they can climb up there. Underneath the bottom bunk, you'll see something I like about this one is it actually has a handle built in. And take a look at this storage area. It is massive. So you want to talk about, a lot of extra storage in a bunk. That definitely gives you the place for it. You can put a laundry basket in there for the dirty clothes. Have some of the clean clothes and everything down there, or some of your larger items like extra bedding, things like that. Excellent spot. So the super slide in this one, as I mentioned, contains both the dinette as well as the sofa. The dinette has plenty of room for 4 people. I'll kind of sneak in here to show you. So as you can see, I have plenty of space from the table to my midsection. Also, my knees easily clear the table here, no issues. It does have the accent light underneath. You can turn that off if you want. But just it's kind of a nice courtesy light as well. If you just want to leave that on at night when you go out to the campfire or something, you can come back and still be able to maneuver around the camper. This does drop down into a bed. You just remove these legs here from the flange in the floor as well as in the table. Table drops down, take the back cushions, toss them on top. That will create an additional sleeping space there. Big windows in the slide out as well to let in a lot of natural light during the day. LED lights for light at night. And then in the rest of the slide, as I mentioned, is the sofa. It's a jackknife style sofa. You have removable armrests as well as the center cushion, which as you can see drops down for an additional armrest. Cup holders in that. And because it's a jackknife sofa, you get big storage underneath. You'll see this one also has a handle here so you can pull it down, access it from the front if you prefer to do it that way. But again, that's a great storage space. One of the things you'll notice is this right here, folks. As I mentioned, I'm 6 foot tall. I can stand underneath the slide. You have the 6-foot slide boxes there, which is great inside of a travel trailer. You usually don't get that. You have to duck down or you have to worry about hitting your head when either sitting down on the couch or getting up off of it. Not a problem in the Coleman Lantern. Also, entertainment center is right here in the center. Kind of helps break up the bedroom a little bit, gives you a little more private bedroom space. You'll notice the TV mounts right in the center, multimedia center underneath that. This controls your speakers both in here as well as outside. It is Bluetooth capable, and it's also a DVD player. You'll see a couple of shelves running down on the very bottom. You have your propane leak detector here as well as your fuse box and your breaker box, your breaker panel. And then we make our way into the bedroom right up front. You will notice the queen bed here in the center. There is storage underneath, so good storage space there. And on both sides, you have nightstands. You will see that you have a drawer built in, which is great. So that, if you need a spot for like your remotes, chapstick, things like that, it's an excellent spot for it. You will also see electrical outlets and USB ports there. So if you need to charge a cell phone at night or plug in a CPAP machine, you have the capability to do that. Right up above is your mirrored wardrobe. You have one on each side, a shelf connecting the two. And then at the foot of the bed, you will also see there's a spot to mount an additional TV. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the 2020 Coleman Lantern 263BH. Right up front is a power tongue jack, which makes it a lot easier to hook up and disconnect from the tow vehicle, because all I have to do is flip the rocker switch here to raise and lower the tongue. Then you will also see you have a light for added visibility at night. Directly behind that, you have 2 20-pound propane tanks with the cover. And a little bit further back, you will also see the rails for your battery. Coming up the front is diamond Dutch plating, helping to protect that front end from some of the rocks and debris that may get thrown up by your tow vehicle. And if you kind of take a look right down here, you will also see this one has a fully enclosed and insulated underbelly, which not only helps keep out road grime, but hopefully also help keep out some of the rodents and critters in the off season, and also will help keep things warmer in the colder seasons. As we come around to the side, you'll see this one has solar prep. So if you want solar, simply buy the portable panels, plug it in right there. It's already pre-wired and it will trickle charge your battery. The pass-through is magnetic, so it stays up nice and easy. You don't have to worry about the kids running by and slamming that shut and breaking any plastic clips or anything like that. When we take a look inside, you'll see that it is a very large pass-through. You have the same size door on the other side, and that allows you to fit in some of those larger items, not just long items like if you need a ladder or something, you can put it in there, but also a grill or some of your larger executive chairs, not just the bag chairs. A lot of times you're able to fit those in that pass-through. Power awning on this coach, so just touch a button to roll that out. Same thing to have it go right back in. You will also see that LED light strip that is inlaid in there. Cool thing about that is it doesn't matter if the awning's completely rolled up like it is right now, partially extended or fully extended, you can still utilize those LED lights. You'll also see a couple outside speakers underneath that awning. As I mentioned, those are controlled by that multimedia center inside, but it is Bluetooth capable, so that way you can kind of be out here underneath the awning and still somewhat control the music from your smart device. Also, as I previously mentioned, inside there are two entrances into the RV, this one being the main entrance, so you get the upgraded LCI solid steps. Excellent step system. I'm over 200 pounds. You can see I can walk up and down on this, kind of bounce on it. The steps hardly flex. Aluminum treads, that way you don't have to worry about anything rusting out on you, as well as the grip tape to help give you a little extra traction. The legs are adjustable to the campsite as well, and when you're done, this just folds right up into the doorway. Making our way back a little bit further, you will notice the electrical outlet right here. If you need to plug anything in, it's a great spot to do it. Freshwater inlet. So if you're going somewhere you don't have city water, you'll want to fill the freshwater tank. And folks, one of the great things about the Coleman Lantern series, this has a 60-gallon freshwater tank. That is a lot bigger than you will find in most travel trailers in this class. So if you plan on doing some boondocking, you know you'll have enough fresh water. Making our way back a little bit further, you will also see black tank flush. So instead of having to drag a hose into the camper, down the toilet to wash out your black tank, you just hook that hose up right there. A black tank has sprayers built in, and it will wash it out for you. In the very back, as I mentioned, is that secondary entrance. That way you can head right in, use the restroom, and come right back out without taking all that dirt and sand and everything else in there with you. In the back, you will see your second control for your stabilizer jacks. This one has power stabilizer jacks. There's one control up front to operate the front two. The second one is right back here to operate the rear two. Bear in mind, folks, that is not auto level. It is just for your stabilization jacks. So after you have everything leveled out, you can then lower those down, and that'll prevent your RV from rocking around as you're walking around inside it. In the very back is your square tubular bumper with end caps, which gives you a great spot in which you can store your sewer hose. Outside shower with both hot and cold water access above that. And if we take a look at the very top there, you'll also see this one has backup camera prep. So if you want a backup camera, having that prep makes it easier to install, meaning it will save you money on labor. Last thing I want to touch on is right here in the back on the off door side, you will see your cable inlet, your 30-amp power cord there, city water inlet right in front of that. And if you take a look here underneath, you will see your termination with both your black and gray tank valves. All right, folks, and that wraps it up. Again, this is the 2020 Coleman Lantern 263BH. If you're interested in this travel trailer and you would like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.